headlines of this hour on VTV News. Vietnam to launch regulated crypto exchange platform. And later on, Vietnam enjoys 35.5% growth in FDI inflow in 2 months. In our world news, Ukraine and the United States agreed to continue talks.
Broadcasting from Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. VTV News starts right now.
Hello, it is 3 p.m. local time and you're watching VTV News. I'm Huyền Trần with the top stories. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính hosted a solemn welcoming ceremony for Prime Minister of the Republic of Kyrgyzstan, Adilbek Kasimaliyev, who is on an official visit to Vietnam. The ceremony was held Thursday morning at the Presidential Palace. And this is Kyrgyzstan's Prime Minister's first official visit to Vietnam since the two countries established diplomatic relations in 1992. To upgrade relations to a comprehensive partnership, the two leaders agreed to maintain contacts at all levels and facilitate the establishment of coordination mechanisms between agencies and businesses of both sides. The Vietnamese Prime Minister also suggested both sides make better use of the free trade agreement between Vietnam and the Eurasian Economic Union and explore cooperation opportunities in the production and export of halal products. And on the occasion of the 115th International Women's Day, National Assembly Chairman Trần Thanh Mẫn held a meeting on Thursday with female National Assembly deputies and department heads from the National Assembly agencies and offices. The top legislator praised the contributions of female cadres and deputies in organizing the apparatus and conducting National Assembly sessions and meetings. He called on female cadres and deputies to continue demonstrating their intelligence, responsibility, enthusiasm, and talent. He expressed his confidence in their ability to perform new tasks effectively and contribute to legislative amendments. And at the regular government press conference, officials shared several important updates. The reporters focused on two main topics: cryptocurrency management and addressing the trade balance with the United States.
Responding to questions about cryptocurrency management policies, a representative of the Ministry of Finance explained that digital access and the cryptocurrencies present complex emerging challenges not only for Vietnam but for many countries worldwide. Those nations continue to research and develop various legal frameworks for regulation.
The Ministry of Finance has been assigned by the Government Standing Committee to report to the government this March to issue a resolution that will allow a pilot project to build and put into operation a trading platform so that institutional and individual investors in Vietnam have a place to trade and manage their investments. Organized by state-licensed business units, the state will protect the legitimate rights and interests of organizations and individuals when participating in activities in this market.
In response to questions about addressing the impact of trade policy recently proposed by U.S. President Donald Trump, a Ministry of Industry and Trade representative stated that various solutions are being implemented to balance the trade between the two countries.
Vietnam has also proactively assigned ministries and branches to review obstacles and develop solutions to issues of concern to the United States on the basis of fair and reciprocal trade. Vietnam will also create favorable conditions for U.S. investors to participate in the formation and development of key industries, especially key energy projects such as new energy and nuclear power, and increase the import of liquefied gas and machinery and technology from the United States, contributing to improving the trade balance between the two countries.
According to the Ministry of Industry and Trade, businesses should continue diversifying their export markets while maintaining strict control over the origins of production's raw materials.
The Vietnam Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index PMI reached 49.2 points in February, higher than January's figure, while business confidence among enterprises rose to its highest level since mid-last year. And though through S&P Global's survey indicates export orders remain limited, the outlook for the year is positive. The report also noted increased purchasing activities in February, reflecting growing confidence in future growth. However, transportation challenges posed the main obstacle to the manufacturing sector in February, particularly through delivery delays and rising costs. Foreign investment capital registered in Vietnam reached more than $6.9 billion in the first 2 months of this year, up 35.5% compared to the same period last year, according to the Foreign Investment Agency. And South Korea leads the chart with more than $1.5 billion in registered capital, primarily due to increased investment from Samsung Display, followed by Singapore, China, Japan, and Thailand. The processing and manufacturing industry remains the top capital attractor with nearly $4.7 billion, while the real estate industry ranks second. The increase in both new investment projects and capital adjustments to existing projects reaffirms Vietnam's position as an attractive destination for international investors. Vietnam recorded a total registered FDI capital of $6.9 billion in the first 2 months of this year, and this was a 35.5% increase year-on-year. With this result, the country continues solidifying its position as a key player in the global supply chain. Foreign enterprises have reaffirmed their commitment to supporting Vietnam's ambitious growth target of at least 8%. More on this in the following.
This company has operated in Vietnam for 7 years and produces components and assembles high-displacement vehicles. It is scaling up operations while prioritizing partnerships with domestic businesses to reinforce supply chains.
The more and the stronger free trade, the stronger the incentive is to continue to invest. That is oftentimes one of the bigger levers in an operations decision.
FDI inflows have surged, with additional registered capital from existing investors reaching nearly $4.2 billion. This is a staggering 7.4 times increase from the same period last year. This underscores the long-term commitment of foreign investors to Vietnam's economy.
Vietnam will further support the green transition. And as mentioned by several speakers, Vietnam has a huge potential to become one of the leading green manufacturing locations in Southeast Asia.
FDI is not just about capital injection. FDI can help boost productivity and long-term economic growth. Local authorities must streamline administrative procedures and ensure a transparent and fair business environment to maximize these benefits.
As we work toward making the province a centrally governed city, we are implementing various measures to attract foreign investors. This includes policy reforms to reduce investment timelines and resolutions and training high-quality workforce training.
They tie in very well with our final conclusions based on the survey conducted with our members and part of the conclusions of the White Book. It's not an easy task, it's an ambitious goal, and I believe it will require some doing.
Policies on science and technology, digital transformation, infrastructure development, and financial hubs will give Vietnam a competitive edge in attracting FDI over regional competitors. By capitalizing on these advantages, Vietnam is well positioned to strengthen its global investment appeal and achieve its ambitious growth targets.
Vietnam's agricultural, forestry, and fishery exports have started the year strongly, with turnover reaching nearly $9.4 billion in just the first 2 months. And beyond enhancing product quality and value, the country is now focusing on leveraging its unique specialty agricultural products for export. Among these efforts, Ninh Thuận province is steadily establishing itself on the agricultural export map with its asparagus, a product highly sought after for its exceptional nutritional value.
These tender green asparagus shoots emerge from the sand overnight. and are ready for harvest by sunrise. Farmers cultivate asparagus using only organic fertilizers throughout the growing season. Additionally, due to its natural resistance to pests, asparagus rarely requires pesticide application. Its high nutritional value and chemical-free production have given Ninh Thuận asparagus a competitive edge in international markets.
Daily residue testing is essential. Foreign markets don't just inspect at customs. They conduct tests in supermarkets and farmers markets as well. So we must ensure consistent quality.
While specialty crops like asparagus offer a competitive advantage, their market position ultimately depends on strict quality control. Recognizing this, Ninh Thuận has established a supply chain linking farmers with businesses. Enterprises provide seeds, materials, and technical support, while farmers comply with standardized production processes.
In general, we minimize the use of chemicals and only apply biological pesticides.
Ninh Thuận currently grows over 500 hectares of asparagus, accounting for 90% of the country's total production.
Businesses, farms, and distributors are working closely with authorities to unify production guidelines and safety regulations. This is crucial to achieving high product quality.
Estimates suggest that farmers earn between $12,000 to $20,000 USD per hectare of asparagus annually. This level of income can be sustained if quality control measures remain stringent.
And before moving on to some other news, let's take a look at the foreign exchange rate for today, March 6th. Coming up next on VTV News. Vietnam strengthens IUU prevention in Southern Sea. And coffee farming lifts remote Vietnamese communes out of poverty. Maritime forces are strengthening IUU prevention during peak season, aiming to remove EC's yellow card as requested by the Ministry of National Defense. Naval, border, and Coast Guard forces will focus on patrolling and controlling the waters bordering Vietnam, Malaysia, and Thailand. They aim to detect new deceptive practices promptly, such as ships being repainted, registration numbers and documents being altered, and fake license plates being used to disguise vessels as foreign ships. These forces will also enhance coordination with local authorities, including the Fisheries Department and Fisheries Control, to prevent violations in the exploitation of aquatic resources. Farmers have traditionally relied on experience, but in modern agriculture, experience alone is no longer enough. Digital technology has opened a new chapter, giving farmers faster, more accurate information and stronger market connections. They can now participate in digital communities, where every production decision is supported by data and technology.
After discovering a successful jackfruit growing model on the Vietnamese farmer application, Mrs. Sao decided to try it herself. With 1 hectare of land, her family now earns over 10,000 USD per year. For her, today's life feels like a dream.
In the past, we planted on a large scale. We didn't understand the market. Later, we discovered that growing jackfruit and lemon is very effective.
With its engaging design and wealth of information and features, the application serves as a valuable resource for farmers eager to learn.
It is very convenient and easy to use. It has information on the policies of the party and the state, the association's activities, and many utilities, such as market prices and agricultural weather. These are very necessary.
As understanding grows, participation becomes voluntary. By 2024, nearly 47,500 members and farmers in Ho Giang had installed the application. exceeding the target by more than 128%.
Throughout the process, farmers learn from the application, adopt the practices, and encourage family and friends to join. Direct meetings and guidance help farmers become active participants.
Information is now abundant and accessible. Agricultural production has become more straightforward, empowering farmers to confidently manage their own gardens and fields.
The remote communes of Mueang Hong and Ngọc Linh in Đắc Lê district, Kon Tum province, are known not only for their highland Arabica coffee, but also for medicinal herbs and various local products. Few realize that these communes were once among the poorest areas, with a majority of residents being from ethnic groups. Their remarkable transformation has been made possible through the determined efforts of the Standing Committee of the Kon Tum Provincial Party Committee.
2 years ago, a coffee replanting support program was introduced in Mueang Hong and Ngọc Linh communes, replacing cassava fields with high-value Arabica coffee. Now, ethnic farmers are preparing for their first harvest.
People have learned how to develop their economy. Seeing this coffee variety thrive here, they are eager to grow it.
In 2022, as part of the Socio-Economic Development Support Initiative for the two communes, Kon Tum Province established 22 working teams, each responsible for assisting a village with economic development. Dozens of economic support models have since been implemented, leading to a dramatic reduction in poverty. Poverty rate has dropped from over 50% to just above 20%, while Ngọc Linh has seen a decline from more than 75%. The commune's annual reduction reached over 10%, easily outpacing the national rate.
The transformation has been driven by national target program funding and mobilized resources from businesses and organizations. Most importantly, a shift in the locals' mindset and economic practices has been observed.
The commitment of local authorities and community efforts continues to pave the way for sustainable development. This historically rich land, once defined by hardship, is now emerging as a model of resilience and economic progress.
Under the theme Enjoy Da Nang 2025 Diverse Experiences, the Da Nang Tourism Stimulus Program promises to create new highlights and host attractive festivals to boost local tourism. This year, Da Nang will organize several major events, including a food tour, international fireworks festival, and the opening of the beach tourism season. Nearly 200 tourism service businesses are participating in this year's stimulus program. The event offers 30,000 free tickets and service discounts ranging from 20% to 50%. The 2025 Dedication Awards lit up the Hanoi Opera House on March 5th with rounds of applause for emerging talents in music and sport. Founded in 2005, the Dedication Awards are one of Vietnam's most prestigious annual ceremonies, honoring young talents and exemplary individuals who have made outstanding contributions to the nation's artistic heritage. Check out the list of this year's winners in the following story.
Artist Subin Hong Sun swept this year's Dedication Music Awards with a triple win for Male Singer of the Year, Album of the Year for Turn It On, and Music Video of the Year for If. Meanwhile, Trang Phap claimed the Female Singer of the Year award. The live concert, Call Me by Fire Vietnam, won Series of the Year, while its music director Slim V earned Producer of the Year honors. Phan Minh Quỳnh received the Musician of the Year award.
The very name of the award serves as a reminder to its winners and nominees to work even harder.
With this award, I'm constantly reminded to be a better version of myself as an artist so that I can offer quality music to people.
In the sports category, the Sports Achievement of the Year award went to the national men's football team, with coach Kim Sang-sik accepting the honor. Striker Nguyen Xuân Son claimed the Athlete of the Year award, while Nguyen Thi Hung took home the Young Athlete of the Year award. With the rapid growth of entertainment shows and artistic works today, these awards provide valuable recognition of artists' achievements.
The music industry this year saw a surge of eager, hardworking artists. Each performer displayed their unique artistic style, making our selection process more challenging than ever.
This year marks the first time the awards have extended into Asia through a partnership with the prestigious Music Awards Japan. This strategic collaboration gives Vietnamese artists and performers new opportunities to achieve global success.
And on Tuesday, at the Hai Ba Chinh Temple, Pagoda and Communal House, Hanoi officially launched a series of events promoting its 2025 Sacred Marks tourism campaign. By recognizing historical sites as tourist attractions, the capital is creating new travel experiences and ensuring the preservation of its heritage.
The Hai Ba Chinh Temple complex remains a symbol of cultural, historical, architectural, and religious significance. The recognition of the Hai Ba Chinh Festival as a national intangible cultural heritage and the designation of Relic Cluster as a tourist destination instill a sense of pride while also placing a responsibility on the local community.
Our duty is to protect and preserve this heritage. It is not only to educate future generations about traditions, but also to welcome visitors and help them understand Vietnamese culture.
By incorporating the preservation of heritage sites into tourism, Hanoi continues to assert its position as Vietnam's leading cultural and historical tourism hub.
Given the unique value of Hanoi's relics and heritage, we have combined preservation and tourism under one roof. This can bring new experiences and attract more tourists to the capital city.
Apart from promotion, immersive experiences are a key factor in attracting tourists. The fusion of historical storytelling with modern technology is breathing new life into heritage sites, making them more engaging for both domestic and international visitors. The recent amendment to the law on the capital has further facilitated tourism growth by allowing more innovative cultural initiatives.
The revised legislation provides opportunities for us to develop creative activities at heritage sites, adding value and enhancing visitor experiences.
By leveraging each relic's unique historical and cultural significance, Hanoi aims to introduce a diverse range of tourism products, helping the city reach its ambitious target of welcome 31 million visitors in 2025.
Coming up next in our world news. Ukraine and the United States agree to continue talks. And Google reports surge in AI-generated terrorist content misuse. Moving on to our world news, Ukraine and the United States have agreed to hold further talks after a phone call between Ukrainian President's Chief of Staff Yermak and U.S. National Security Advisor Waltz. And during the call, Yermak confirmed that both sides scheduled a meeting in the near future and discussed next steps toward a just and lasting peace. Ukrainian President Zelensky noted that officials from both countries have begun preparing for the upcoming meeting, though he did not specify its time or location. Zelensky reaffirmed his commitment to cooperating with the United States and all of Europe, and these statements follow Zelensky's expression of regret over the outcome of his February 28th White House meeting with U.S. President Donald Trump, after which he requested to resume negotiations as soon as possible. Mexican President Sheinbaum said on Wednesday that Mexico will seek new trading partners to protect its economy and national sovereignty if the United States maintains its 25% tariff on Mexican imports. She is scheduled for a phone call with her counterpart Donald Trump. And Sheinbaum emphasized that while the new U.S. tariff policy will negatively affect Mexico, it will impact the U.S. more severely since the two nations are each other's largest trading partners. Google has received more than 250 complaints globally over the past year regarding users exploiting its Gemini AI software to create fake terrorist or violent extremist content. According to the Australian E-Safety Commission, Google's report offers unprecedented insight into how users misuse the technology to generate harmful and illegal material. The report emphasizes that companies developing AI products must build and test effective safeguards against such dangerous content. To combat this issue, Google now employs an automated image matching system to remove terrorist or violent extremist content created through Gemini. After consulting with Europe's top automotive industry leaders, the European Commission has published an industrial action plan for the automotive sector. The plan aims to maintain innovation, competitiveness, and stability across European automotive manufacturers, suppliers, and service sectors.
After 76 years of operation, the Audi car factory in Belgium had to close, causing 3,000 workers to lose their jobs. Audi parent company, Volkswagen, also had to cut more than 35,000 jobs in Germany.
The automotive industry is under threat. Supply chain risks, energy costs, staff shortages, protectionism.
Due to falling behind in strategic technologies like batteries, software, and autonomous vehicles, European car makers will receive nearly 53 billion euros from the European Commission to help the auto industry change course.
The first game changer in this action plan is innovation and digitalization.
Will be able to pool resources. They will develop shared software, chips, and autonomous driving technology. We will also help launch large-scale pilots for autonomous driving.
Under the European Commission Clean Industry Initiative, the Critical Raw Materials Hub will serve as a vital tool for securing raw material supplies for European car battery factories.
And as usual, let's move on to the weather forecast. And that's all the news we have for this hour. To rewatch our program, you can download our mobile app VTVgo or check out our YouTube channel VTV4Go. Thank you for watching and see you next time.